But the paper looked official, and he knew it had to be important. What should he do? Of course, it was possible Hershal would remember the bag and come back for it. But then his brother was very forgetful and was always rushing off and leaving things around. Hershal wouldn't be able to do his job without his pack. Worse than that, he might get fired for his carelessness. Martial couldn't let that happen, now that he knew how important Hershal's job was to him. As fast as he could, he slipped into his own tunic and sandals. He threw the pack over his shoulder and skidded out the door into the room that served as a family meeting place. The room was barely big enough for the table and 2 chairs where his mother and father were sitting. They were busy counting the coins that his father had earned the day before. "Oh, good, you're up," said Martial's mother. "I need you to pick up some sausages on the way back from the well." None of the apartments had kitchens, so someone always had to get hot food from one of the vendors on the street. "I can't, Mother," said Martial. He lifted the pack. "Hershal forgot this, and I have to get it to him." Martial's father snickered. "You've never wanted to help your brother before. What's going on?" "I just don't want him to get fired," Martial said. He didn't want to tell his father Hershal's plan to get famous and change his name. Their father was a hard-working artist who designed mosaics for the floors and walls of important buildings. Although he didn't make much money, he did make enough to feed the family and to pay rent on their apartment. To tell him that his eldest son wasn't planning to become an artist, too, would hurt his pride. "I have to hurry," Martial said. "He's got a big head start on me already." "Martial," his mother said, "you'll never catch him. The city is too big." "That's true," his father agreed. "The streets of this city are far too confusing and winding. It's not like other cities in the Empire that were planned with wide, straight streets. Rome is so old, half the time you take a road and it dead ends into some temple or marketplace. You'll never figure out which way Hershal went." Martial's mother added, "Not to mention all those people out there. The streets get so crowded sometimes you can barely move." "I'm little," Martial said. "I can squeeze under their legs if I have to." His parents looked at each other with concern. Finally, Martial's father said, "You'd better not go. It'll make you late for the circus." Martial took a deep breath. He didn't want to miss the circus just to help his brother. Still, he'd feel bad if Hershal's dreams were ruined by one forgotten letter. He asked his father, "What time do we need to be there?" "When the sun is straight overhead," his father answered. "Then I'll meet you there." Martial ran out the door before his parents could say anything else. They wouldn't call or chase after him. In Rome, no one yelled at their children in public. Even 9-year-olds were treated like small grown-ups, which was exactly the way Martial liked it.